So, I'm Hayli, and this is Kinsey.
Hello.
And I wanted to talk about decisions that, not just students, but high schoolers have to make. Just, really important decisions that high schoolers have to make. What kind of decisions do you think they have to make?
They have to make kind of hard ones, about what they want to do with their future and what classes they want to take. And I personally think it's very hard to decide that right now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy hard.
Because it's just what if we don't know what we want to do? Because I don't know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I absolutely want to do is I either want to go into acting or singing, but I'm so afraid to do either of those. And it's the only thing I really like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what I could go into. And it was just pick something realistic, but something you love. And I'm just
yeah.
How do I do that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it's in middle school, they tell you, don't worry, you have plenty of time left. You're not an adult, you're still a kid. And then the minute you walk into this or into any high school, they expect you to be able to make the decisions of a 30-year-old, someone who's mature and knows what they want to do. And I don't know, I just think it's interesting how people, they tell you, make your own decision, and they say all this stuff about how do what's best for you. But then if you make the decision that you think is right for you, they criticize you, or they try and change your mind, or just something like that, where it's just really, and I know that's how it is with everything, they say one thing and then they
do another.
Yeah. That's just interesting to me.
Yeah, it's just I was last year you were telling us we didn't have anything to worry about, and now you gotta get this. You only got 4 more years or 2 more years. This is your last year. You gotta pick this and you gotta do it right.
Yeah, do this, do that, know this, that kind of thing. Yeah, right now I'm going through a decision that's really hard that I didn't think I'd have to make. I have to decide what school I want to go to. What? No? Anyway.
Edit that up.
Anyway, I have to make the decision to go to the high school where I live or the high school that I love. And both of them have pros and cons, and people just tell me, oh, well, I know you're going to make the right decision, you're going to do what's best for you. What if I don't do what's best for me? It's just this really stressful thing, I guess, and I don't know, people are teens are so stressed, and I don't know why, but then you put this kind of stuff on us, and you don't help us. Just people, I'll ask them, and they'll just say oh, do what's best for you. And I'm okay, well, I don't know what's best for me. Can you help me? And they're and they just say oh, of course I'll help. But then they help you, and you make your decision, or you think you've made your decision, and they do everything in their power to change it to what they want instead of what is best for you. And then you feel bad for making the decision.
Yeah, I can't even decide on a freaking soda at a restaurant because I'm so afraid I'm gonna choose the wrong one or not be normal. And especially my family, because we're all so alike, and then again we're all so different.
Mm-hmm.
And especially at school. I hope you do stay here, but if you go back to Marsh Valley, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because you have your friends, and you've got all those people that you know, but there's also that thing you have to decide of, is that school going to give me the education I need?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be worth it if something bad happens between one of my friends and me? Or
and that's
are
a
they
lot
going
of
to be able
things.
to get you the job that you want?
Yeah, that's a lot of things that I've thought about, and I've looked at everything, and I thought, well, what are the pros and cons? And it's really hard because I know that I'm becoming a mature adult, but I'm not a mature adult yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to make 100% right decisions.
Yeah.
And it's really stressful because it's and I know that whatever I do will be the right decision. I'll say Pokey, it'll be the right decision. I go to Marsh Valley, it'll be the right decision. Either way, it'll be the right decision because I made that decision. But it's just, I don't know, it's interesting because people try and make it sound like there is a right decision, even though
either one could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, I would be upset if you left.
Yeah.
But you would be happy,
Mm-hmm.
and that would make me happy, because all I want is my friends and me to be happy.
Yeah, me too.
That's all I want. It's just so weird to think that in 10 years, we could be in different parts of the country or even the world.
Yeah.
Doing different things with our lives.
Yeah,
not
who knows what.
Not keeping up with each other.
Yeah.
And that's something that really horrifies me, because I am so bad at making friends.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons I
same.
want you to stay, because you make all these friends and introduce them to me, and that's actually how I became friends with Carly, was through Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And now Carly and I are best friends. And
yeah.
It's just so hard.
I met you through Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Geez, Brooklyn's introduced me. That's how I met Tate, and that's how I met. That's not how
That's
I met.
how I met everybody. That's how
Yeah, same.
You and Haley. Well, Brooklyn was the one who showed me around school in the 2nd grade, so we were instantly attached.
Yeah.
And it's just, how do you expect people to make these hard decisions when they don't even know yet?
Yeah, and especially like, cause I know teenagers, half of high school is education, and half of high school is friends and enjoying high school. And that's just really interesting because like high school is actually really, really important. Like it'll determine your whole future.
They tell you, join this club, have fun, get plenty of sleep, but make sure you keep your grades up, go to school on time, don't be late.
Yeah, do physical activity. You know, they want you to do all these things, and that's just, it's just interesting to me
like,
how
there's only
how much
24
people
hours
expect.
in a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like how much people expect of you, just kind of like out of the blue.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I've never really had to make a decision like this.
I kind of did. Last year, over the summer, I had to decide whether to come to Pokey or stay in Marsh Valley because, you know, I was able to make the cheer team and be with my friends out there in McCammon, but it was my sister's last year at high school. I thought she was coming to this school. It was hard for me to get the money, so I figured I'll just stay with my sister for her last year and join the team at Pokey. But then my sister went back to Marsh Valley, and then I didn't make the cheer team out here.
Yeah.
And the year before that, a bunch of stuff was going on, and I felt like my life was unraveling. And then they expect me to know exactly if I want to be a doctor or a lawyer, if I want to be a veterinarian, or if I want to go to the service. I don't know that.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of crazy just to know, like, even people who are out of college and have a good job, they have a job, but they don't know if that's the job they want. I don't know. And I know it's part of becoming an adult, making these decisions, but, like, I don't know. I guess I was just kind of, when I was younger, I expected to slowly be able to make my own decisions.
Yeah.
And I kind of was. Like, I'd slowly, like, I was, when I was younger, I never had to make a decision. And then as I got a little older, I would decide what I wanted to wear, or I would decide what I wanted to eat.
What I want to do with my hair.
Yeah. See, but and people are like, well, you've always been making decisions. Well, I've made decisions about what I want to look like or who I want to be.
Not what I want to do and how my future's going to turn out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're asking me to make a decision
that could impact the rest of my life.
Yeah, I can change my hair tomorrow or the next day, but I can't change my high school or my job or, you know, those are just things that are, like, really important decisions that people treat like it's changing your hair.
Yeah. If, like, people can go shopping and say, oh, that's cute, let's wear that, and then the next day go back and be like, no, I want something a little dark or maybe a little fluffier, something that describes you, and you can't do that. Like, you can't like, when I was younger, I thought social studies was how to talk to people instead of, like, history and all that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay, well, this isn't what I thought it'd be, but it was a required class, so I had to take it. And it's just, how do we know if we want to take these classes if we've never done them before?
Yeah.
How do we know they're going to educate us in what we want to do?
Yeah, and I know it's kind of like people are like, oh, well, just take a chance, see if you like it. But then there's someone who's like, don't take any classes that you're not going to need, or like, because you do need to take certain classes to get the jobs that you want. It's just, it's really, because they don't tell you that until it's almost too late, I guess, and you're making decisions like that.
Yeah, and if you, like, I am a worry wart. I worry constantly about if I'm going to disappoint my parents, if my friends are even remotely, if my friends are even just hanging out with me just because they feel sorry for me. Just, like, I feel that way 24/7, especially with my friends like Carly, because all of you guys are so gorgeous. And
well, you are too.
Thank you, but, you know, you are your own worst enemy. You see the flaws that no one else sees. Like, you're at such a different angle. Like, you're, like, people bring this up a lot, it's your thighs. People may see your thighs look like that when you see that because of the angle you're sitting. And they can't see it, but you can, so you're trying to fix it. Yeah. And it's so hard. You're so afraid that everyone's just like, oh, they see you the way you see you, and not and you don't see yourself the way they see you. Yeah. Because, like my friends and my family are constantly telling me, oh, you're so pretty, you're so thin. When I see rolls and stuff I can't improve, but it's also impossible without surgery. And no.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy. Like how being in high school is so different. And like it's good. I like kind of the freedom, and I like as much as it's kind of weird to say, I like the responsibility, I guess. I don't know. Like I don't
like being trusted.
I do. I like being able to, be who I am because that's who who I chose to be. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. And I know that my decision will be the right decision for me. I will make it the right decision for me. But it's like, there's always that what if. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if I stay here, well, what would have what could have happened if I went to Marsh Valley? Or if I go to Marsh Valley, what could have happened if I had stayed at Pokey? There's always going to be that what if, and I think there's going to be a what if with every single decision I've ever made, I ever have or ever will make for anybody.
Yeah.
But, that what could have happened, or what if.
Or why didn't this?
Mm-hmm. Or I could have done this. Just things that really, I don't know. And I think as you get a little older, you start to realize, like right now as teenagers, I think we see like there is a right decision. But I know that when we get older, for our decision, we'll think, like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like we'll understand that, like, well, yeah, there is a what if, but I did this and I turned out fine.
Yeah, like
it's that kind of thing. It's just accepting. There's this quote that I really like. It's the courage to knowing. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about how it's changing what you can, accepting what you can't.
My mom loves that quote.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is. Something about changing what you can, accepting what you can't,
and giving the courage to know which is which.
Yeah, to determine between the two. So yeah, something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, but it's one of my favorites.
One of my favorites is how can we be old and wise if we weren't young and crazy? And that's something that parents try to do to improve to get their kids not to make the wrong choices. Don't be like a criminal. Don't get into a lot of trouble. But how will we know how do we know that's going to get us into trouble if we've never done it? I get that they're trying to protect us, but sometimes kids just don't believe their parents and they have to do it themselves. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I am truly afraid of, because everyone's like, some kids have, they snuck out and went to a party and had the time of their lives and got into so much trouble because they didn't tell their parents, or they didn't ask their parents, or their parents said no.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing, just kind of like making decisions, like, I don't know.
And another quote that I like is, never regret anything that made you smile.
Oh, that's a good quote.
Yeah, and it's just like, but a lot of the stuff that could make us smile is what our parents try to be like, don't do this, don't do that. Mm-hmm. But it could be the funnest stuff we could do. Mm-hmm. Granted, it's not the most, I don't know how to put it. Like, it's not illegal, but it's not what you want to do with your life.
I know what you're saying.
How are we supposed to figure out what's right and what's wrong, what we shouldn't have done if we don't do it? Like, trying out for the cheer team was a big thing because I'm shy.
Right.
And I'm glad I tried out for the cheer team. I need to work on working out and getting muscle back that I lost over the summer through the year. Yeah. And next year I might try out for guard or cheer again, or even dance.
Yeah, just kind of like choosing. Yeah, it's just another one of those choices things. Everything you ever do in your life is a choice.
And not making the cheer team actually felt better on me, because I was so worried, because every girl in there was so small, and so they had done cheer, and I missed cheer because I was told we were moving and we never did. Yeah. And it's just like, I found this quote on Facebook, of course, and it said, God only wrecks your plans when he sees your plans are going to wreck you. And everyone was saying that because a lot of the girls on the cheer team are a little mean. They are kind of stuck up, and I hate to say it, but some of them are. Yeah. Like, they're all great girls, but everyone has that one thing about them. I definitely have one. I talk a lot, like right now. And that's how I try to make friends, through talking.
Yeah. So, thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, I don't even think I finished my thought, but I lost it, so oh well.
Yeah. I guess it just feels nice, even just, I know that you're not going to help me make my decision. Well, talking to you won't help me make my decision, but it kind of just feels good to have somebody else kind of know what I'm going through and just kind of like being there for
Venting.
me. Yeah, venting.
Talking, being able to
just say kind of what's on my mind.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, because like I think it, but then I just keep thinking it over and over. And after I say it, I'm like,
I feel much better. Like
like right now, I feel like I'm making the right decision. I don't know. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.